this teacher named Mr. Perkins who used to do the loser awards. He got in trouble for doing this, but he would give out. They were called the loser awards, and I got most of them. But
Where was this?
In Pioneer Junior High School in Upland, California, and he basically gave me the loser award for using the bathroom the most because I would like leave.
Which means this pervert weirdo had to keep track.
Well, no, but it was pretty
maybe
obvious.
It was
I'd be
obvious.
like,
Okay.
Perkins, you couldn't just get up. I'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? And he's like,
okay,
you know,
so
like,
it started to become a
But
problem.
I was to every single teacher. I was like, you guys.
You were a bathroom boy.
No, I was just
you were
like,
a bathroom boy. Were you a bathroom boy?
I was like, I picked on the teachers. They were my. They were my. I didn't pick on kids. I picked on teachers.
Same.
And I drove them insane to the point there was like a two years I drove Miss Labarsky legally insane.
Oh
and
my
then when she
God.
found out it was me, it was the saddest. I was very sad.
I have to know this story.
Yeah, tell us.
So you know how like the TVs, there's TVs in all the schools and the classrooms.
Yes.
There's in Ontario, California, there used to be the Casio outlet. And I went there in high school, and in the Casio outlet,
Was there a Casio store in the Casio outlet?
Well, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a store. It was an outlet mall. So it's like all their old discontinued shit that they're just selling for like
I see.
for like almost nothing.
Wow, I would have loved that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
That
I go in
sounds
there,
awesome.
and everything's discontinued, and there's a watch, and I swear it's glowing. And it's not really, but to me, it is. And this guy says
It looked like a shiny red button.
it just looks like a lame calculator
but
watch.
to you, it looked like a shiny red
Exactly. It just looked like a normal ass Casio with a calculator on
button, which
it.
I love.
And I'm looking at it, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Now this is a discontinued one, but one of my favorites. It has a universal remote control in it."
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And he's like, "You just sit there and you can turn on the TV from anywhere." And I'm like, "Oh, like
oh my
how much?"
God.
So I bought two of them, and they were like, I don't know, $10 each, like cheap.
Oh my
So
God.
you're just
this is dream
That's
stuff.
diabolical.
I know.
It's amazing.
So
I already know what
I
you
would,
did.
yeah, I would just go in, turn the TV on, and then the teacher, okay, turn it off, and then I
Oh
just
my
wouldn't
God.
do it again.
Oh my God.
And then I'd go to
you
my
drove this woman insane.
No, but I'm doing it a lot. So then I go to another class, turn the TV on, turn it off. Like and then I'm starting to have fun with it. Like,
And people know that you're doing this? Or some
no
of your
one
friends
knows
in
in
on
the
it?
beginning. It's just for me. It's like that real sick stuff. Then I'd like turn it up. I'd put the TV on mute, and then I'd turn the volume all the way up, and then I'd turn the mute off.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
And then
Dude, you're my hero.
And then I like loved
so
it.
fucked.
And then afterwards, I like told like two people, and they're like, okay. Then it kind of spread, but I didn't want too many people to know. And then I was like, oh, the teacher's gonna know it's me, so it has to happen a few times when I'm not in the period. So I start handing the watch off to different
wow,
kids.
you are amazing
So
genius
that-
monster.
That is
So
like absolute
Pretty brilliant.
evil genius.
Pretty brilliant.
So then, like in Miss Labarsky's
And how
class,
old are you?
Probably junior in high school. So in Miss Labarsky's class, I'm not in it, but it's still happening. So I'm like, okay, she doesn't know it's me.
You're driving this woman insane.
Yeah. So then I have to give it to kids that aren't in my class either. And then I had the two watches, so I passed out another one. So it's like it's just this
You
thing
put
that's
it
happening.
in circulation.
Yeah, because it can't be too hot. Can't be too hot. And it just looks like a calculator watch.
But you also, were you concerned that the watch would be taken and not given back?
If so, then the fun is over. Like that's part of the game, you know. Like
You didn't think it was like such a cool thing that you didn't want it to just go.
it ended up getting taken away, but it was amazing. So
Well,
like,
how did you? Did you think kids would steal it?
Cody tried to steal it once. I had to show up, regulate like a drug
Obviously,
dealer, like yo
yes.
dog. Like,
So you kept track of where it was, even when you gave it to students that you didn't know.
well, no, everyone I knew. They were all handpicked. Like
Okay.
this was not just like this was a
We're
thought
talking about an
out.
evil genius here, Steve.
Yeah.
This
He
is
didn't
great.
cut
And-
any corners. He didn't
Yeah,
fuck
it
around.
sounds like you
then-
definitely covered all your bases.
And then do you remember the Romeo and Juliet, the version with like the 15-year-old girl who's like naked?
yeah,
Olivia Hussey.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I would just keep rewinding it and playing, rewinding it and playing, and rewinding it and playing. And like the teacher didn't catch on because of course
my
she's just sitting there
God.
reading and we're just watching the shit all day long. And like finally some of the girls who take school seriously would get mad.
Oh, I hated those girls. Those girls they would ruin all of my best stuff.
And then long story short, I got caught by Miss Labarsky because Pashana sold me out. And she sold me out. And Labarsky's like, Pashana told me. And then I was like, you fucking bitch. And I didn't do anything about it. But I was
Where
just
is
like,
she now, you think?
Harvard or something. Like, she did good.
She
like,
did good?
Yeah. She was on it. Like, she wanted to learn. She's like, this kid's fucking with my learning. But so I kept doing it in other classes. But of course, she told every teacher, and they're like,
it was over.
They're like, we know it's you. And then I was like, it's done.
Sucks.
You're my
done.
hero, man. We would have caused some trouble together if we were in the same school.
Then we would have, because the next year was the year I bought a limo, and that would have been the best.
Oh
What do you mean you bought a limo?
my God.
My best friend Miles Scoville at the time, his dad was a car dealer, a used car dealer in Upland, which means a junkyard that you're just like, you want that thing? You're like, not good stuff. And there was this like 1987 limo with a boomerang on the back that had been sitting there for like 5 years. And we're like, can we just have it? And he's like, well, if you give me, $500 or some shit. And we're like, all right, $500 for a fucking limo. We got it. And then we would just drive it to school, park it outside the school, eat lunch in there, hang out, be those guys.
That's insane.
We would
God.
we used to hotbox it. I would take my friends on dates, and me and Miles would be like dressed up, just like hotboxing a limo, driving them around on their date. Like, it was like the weird, like whatever idiot kids would do with a limo. That's what we did.
Did you ever bang in it?
I didn't get to, but Miles did. Like, it was so sad. He like puts it. He's like, "Hey, why don't you go take a walk?" And I turn around, and it's like, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, can we go home now? Like I never got to, but
You had to chill until he like was done.
no, he used that limo a lot, but
Wow.
I just hotboxed in it, kissed a girl in it, and
That's
we
cool.
tried to take it to prom, and it broke down. Another
No.
epic, on the way to prom, I'm like, you had one fucking job.
You
But,
put it through so much though.
I know, it was worth it.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Local high school kids driving around in a fucking limo.
it was stupid. We got stuck in that. We tried to take it through an In-N-Out once and got stuck because it was too long. Like such stupid shit. Like,
Wow.
yeah. I was in high school. We were the Upland Highlanders. I was like, how do I get out of class? I'm already in band. And my Jewish neurotic father is like, you can't quit band. That's the only, if you stick with it, you'll get into a good college. And I'm like, well, I don't want to play the tenor sax. Oh, they're teaching free bagpipes and I want to do comedy. This looks like a good way.
So you just
That's
think
amazing. You knew.
Yeah.
And then I started doing it at first. And then you're like, wait, this is kind of weird and cool. And then I just became obsessed with it. Became the pipe major. Did all of it. Went to Scotland. Put in a tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah.